Empower who? Empower me.
I think that one of the things that people generally tend to miss out on, especially for those that tend to be the oldest of the sibling group, is that they have been the parents, they have been the go to person for everything, even for the adults. And so now we got to come in here and deal with you trying to tell us what to do. Like that's not gonna go well for the first. Like we got to get acclimated to that. So how was that acclimation?
That was probably one of the hardest transitions for me personally. Having somebody tell me what to do, and when you're not used to anybody telling you what to do, like if I didn't want to come home at my mother's house in the project, like I didn't come home. Like I could sleep over anybody's house. I could spend the night. I didn't have to come home. Like if I got kicked out, I can go spend the night somewhere. If I didn't want to go to school, I didn't go to school at a certain point. By the time I got 13, 14, I was pretty much doing what I wanted to do. If I was bringing the money in, you couldn't tell me what to do. So I was pretty much doing whatever I wanted to do. So to be able to go from spending the night out all night or going out and, like going out to the Waffle House at 12 o'clock in the morning, eating steak, eggs, and grits when I did eat steak. Being able to do whatever I wanted to do, and then coming to the group home, somebody telling you, oh, you got to go to bed at 10 o'clock. All right, what? I got to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Like, I don't understand why you telling me to go to bed at 10 o'clock. So that was probably the biggest transition, to be able to listen to somebody and have somebody tell you what to do when you're not used to any rules, anybody telling you what to do, having any mandates whatsoever. So that took me a while because like you said, it's no acclimation point. It's pretty much, hey, these are the rules. Like you hear now, you have to follow them. And it needs to be it wasn't an adjustment period. It was just, we straight into it. So I think that was probably, for me initially, that was probably the biggest challenge, to be able to listen to Pops and listen to the group home parents at the time about following the rules and being told what to do and actually sticking to it.
And I think to back that up is that the fact that that he wasn't for putting us on medication because he understood that the fact that we was acting like we was young was because of the fact that we hadn't experienced that we hadn't experienced childhood or whatever. We was adults at a young age, so we hadn't experienced. So we was going around putting holes in the walls or acting out and going crazy, like being 14, acting like a 6-year-old, was because we hadn't been 6 years old yet or what have you. So I think that was his adjustment phase for us, and he fought not to put us on medication unless it was absolutely necessary or whatever. And I think go ahead.
I think that was a huge decision. I think it took a lot of guts on his part. I think it was hard on him not to do that, not because he thought it was the right thing to do to put us on medication, but I think the pressure that he felt from everybody else for them to put us on medication. Like, because I know, especially in that climate in the mid-90s, like nobody was thinking about psychotropic meds. Nobody was thinking about what it did. Nobody was thinking that we as foster youth were overly medicated. Nobody thought about those things. It was just like, how can I calm this young kid down? He is just running everywhere. Oh, put him on Ritalin or put him on this or do that. But, I think it was hard on him to be able to stand up against his colleagues to not do that. And I think me and you personally, like, we benefit from that today because, we allowed us to express ourselves. We put holes in walls, but the consequence was we had to pass the holes up. You know what I'm saying?
It was Monday Night Raw.
What'd you say?
I said it was after Monday Night Raw. Like
that's what I'm saying. But he allowed these kids. If we want to wrestle, we watch wrestling a lot. If we want to wrestle, we can go in the barn and wrestle. We can tear the barn up as long as we clean it up. Like we had an outlet to be able to let those things out without feeling like, okay, if you do this, you got to take this medication or you got to take this medication. And unfortunately, a lot of people in our situation as youth weren't afforded the same opportunities, especially those who might have been in a different type of facility. Like they won't afford those same opportunities to be able to not have to take those meds.
Yeah, something that my foster parents used to say when me and my three brothers came in was that they knew that their place was a safe place because that was where the poop could hit the fan.